This is Algebra 1.5, section 11.2, writing in general form. We have some definitions to start with. The first one is polynomial. A polynomial is a collection of terms separated by plus signs and minus signs. A monomial would be one term. So for example, that could be 4x squared. It could also be 7x. It could also be negative 9x to the power of 8. Those are all one term. A binomial is two terms. So 4x squared plus 7x. Or negative 9x to the power of 8 minus 3x squared. A trinomial is three terms. Now, most of the quadratics that we look at in general form would be a trinomial. So x squared minus 8x plus 9. That's a trinomial. Our examples. The first is to write an equation in general form. It gives us y equals x minus 3 squared. Now, if you've learned this before, most schools do something called FOIL, and I'm going to show you a different method. So if you know FOIL and like FOIL, you can go ahead and do FOIL. I have what I call the box. So we have x minus 3, that's a binomial, and it's to the power of 2, which means that there are two of those. So I'm going to put x and minus 3 on the side of my box, and I'm also going to put x and minus 3 on the top of the box. X times x becomes x squared. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. X times negative 3 is, again, negative 3x. And then negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. So the four corners of the box are filled in by multiplying the base and the height of that box. In the center, then, we want to combine our like terms. Negative 3x and negative 3x is negative 6x. So in general form, then, our trinomial would be on this diagonal. Y equals x squared minus 6x plus 9. Now this is a more complex version. We're going to use the box just to distribute the square into this binomial. I have x plus 3 and x plus 3. X squared, 3x, 3x, 9. The center is the combining of like terms. 3x and 3x makes 6x. And along this diagonal, I find my trinomial, x squared plus 6x plus 9. Now that is just replacing this right here. So what I need to do then is bring the 2 back and bring the minus 5 back. So we're going to distribute the 2 into everything in the parentheses, and then we'll combine like terms with the last two pieces. So this becomes 2x squared plus 12x plus 18, and the minus 5 stays the same. Now our like terms are the 18 and the minus 5, so everything in the beginning stays the same. 2x squared plus 12x plus, but now the positive 18 and the negative 5 make 13. Next example. I now have two binomials that are not the same, so I'm going to put 1 along the side. I'll put x plus 5 on the side, and 1 across the top. I'll put x minus 6 across the top. Now you could flip these. You could put the x negative 6 here, and the x positive 5 here, and the answer will come out the same. But so again, we're going to figure out the squares by multiplying. X times x is x squared. X times 5 is 5x. x times negative 6 is negative 6x. Negative 6 times 5 is negative 30. And then we are going to combine like terms. Negative 6x and 5x is negative 1x. And my answer is along the diagonal. So again, we need to complicate that a little more by adding an a term. So we're going to start off with doing the binomials. We're going to distribute those by doing x minus 2, x positive 3, x times x is x squared, x times negative 2 is negative 2x, x times 3 is 3x, 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Combining like terms, 3x and negative 2x is 1x. So this portion of the equation becomes x squared plus 1x minus 6. Now I want to bring the 4 back into play. So we're going to distribute the 4 just like we distributed the 2 above. So y equals 4x squared plus 4x minus 24. And that is the final answer. So that is it for the notes. Good luck with the exercises.